Hi, welcome back to the Spirit's Path. This is Dee, and today's tarot card of the day is not the Six of Stones exploitation, but it is the Ace of Vessels and the Waters of Life. And when I was thinking about this card today and meditating on it, I thought about that Eight of Vessels rebirth card that we had the other day, right? So all the water is flowing, out of the cups. You've, you were in this water, cleaning yourself off from the trek that you have, but also being reborn. Okay, and the water from that waterfall, has flowed into past this tree, this beautiful tree in the background, which I'm just now noticing. And there's also a rock back there that's kind of got a sword in it. Okay, and the waters of life, it's that new opportunity to start that quest in emotional fulfillment. We've been on a really roller coaster ride here, the last couple weeks with our emotions being up and down. And, right now it's just, as the swan is swimming there, as the elk or the deer is, drinking from that pool, it's reawakening that emotional fulfillment that you're looking for. Okay, it's reawakening that wisdom. Okay, and as you drink from that pool of water, which is, it's pure water, it's clean, there's no microplastics in it or anything like that. It's very refreshing, it's very nourishing, not only to your body but to your soul as well. And as you drink it, you do feel this wave come over you of all that hurt, all that heartbreak, all that emotional roller coaster that we've had here. Just kind of, it passes through you. It just washes away. And it's, you not only are you refreshed from the water, you're refreshed spiritually. You feel this positive momentum, all right, in your emotions, in your passion, in your thinking. And it's just, this water just clears everything out for you, okay? The other thing that really stands out as well is you've got two aces down here in this 7 week spread. You got the Ace of Stones, which is that foundation of life. And now you've got, the waters of life. So, there is some security, some stability going on. All right, within your emotional fulfillment, you're feeling more stable. And some of this might have to do with the Pisces, full moon eclipse the other night, as we, moved through that water sign. Okay, maybe some things came to light in your relationships or in your job. Okay, or in whatever that project you were working on. And you're looking at it going, you know what? I don't need to stress out about this anymore. I can let it go. All right. The full moons are all about, closing off, opportunities and chapters. And, maybe this, you've been thinking about stuff. Maybe some people exploited you here in the past, which it's been coming up a lot here lately. But that quick, decisive action that we talked about last night, with that Knight of Swords from the Tarot Grand Lux stacks, right? Taking that quick, swift action and saying, stop, you're not doing this to me. And then, today you wake up and you're drinking from these waters and it's like, you know what? You've took that stand. And that's what that Knight stands for. It's taking a stand for what's better for you emotionally and stability, security wise. All right. And it also gives you that opportunity to work on your skill set, to study. Okay, to give you that new aha moment within your life, whether that's a relationship, a career, or just in general. And when you can sit back and relax and drink from those waters and feel refreshed, all right, and actually give some thought to the process of what's going on in that relationship, what's going on emotionally with your career. And you see the awareness of, where your emotions have been. It's kind of like, why am I wasting all this energy on what ifs when it could just be, let me just, flow with spirit. Okay, just be like water and just flow. Flow into the cups, flow out of the cups, down that riverbed, right? Flow into this pool and drink of it. Now, the other thing that's very nice about this card is the Queen of Swans is, the Queen of Arrows, the swan is there as well. Okay, and she's there as a reminder for you to ask for help. What help do you need? That's the question she asks when she comes up. What help do you need, in that relationship, from your significant other, from your kids, from that family, dynamic? What help do you need to, as school starts getting back together, and kids, start going back, chores are going to have to be done at a different time. The time for playtime is over. We're back to work, which is evident by that studying in that eight of stones, or that 8 of coins here. All right. Everybody's back to work now, back to that daily routine of, going to work, coming home, getting schoolwork done. All right. Yes, the weather's still nice. We still have some playtime, but guess what? You need to get your studies done. Okay. And if you need help with that, ask that older sibling, or older brother, or older son or daughter. Hey, can you help out so and so? With their studies. And then I'll go ahead and make dinner or whatever, and we'll get together. Even if this is a work situation, as everybody starts getting back into taking the summers being off, now people are going to start focusing on end of year projects, getting things done. All right. And, vacation should be over by now. And now it's just the time to focus on, let's get the stuff done. Right. Maybe those projects are starting to come to an end where it's budget related, and you need to ask help for, hey, let's work on getting this done so we can get this project done, so we can, have this, on time and on budget of getting things going. So, when you can do that, when you can have that healthy balance, and it's going to take some time, because like I said, as kids start getting going back to school, you got to get back into that routine a little bit, right? Taking them to the extracurricular events, and finding time for yourself and your significant other, right? And just, looking forward to those special moments in their lives and in the relationship wise, right? Looking forward to those special moments at work with your colleagues, okay? The celebrations of, birthdays or whatever. And I know at our work years ago, we would celebrate everybody's birthday. Maybe not so much nowadays, but, some supervisors, took pleasure in that, right? Go out, get an ice cream cake or whatever. And it gives you that sense of togetherness, okay? That sense of, the waters of life, celebrating, those emotional days with others, okay? And, when you do that, you have that healthy balance at work, you have that healthy balance at home, and that just leads to the waters of life. You drink of this pool and you're now healthy, okay? All that negative stuff is being washed away. And when that negative stuff washes away, you open yourself up to love, empathy, all the high vibration energies, compassion. And, once that happens, you connect at a different level with everybody else. Your soul elevates, all right? And you become more of your higher self. And when you become more of the higher self, that's your true you. And when people see the true you, I don't want to, the first word that came out is take advantage of it. But, you put a stop to it yesterday. You said, no, it's not going to happen. When that true you comes out, you feel good. You feel great. And you're looking at it going, you know what? I'm on top of the world. I can do whatever I want. Because you drank from that pool of water, the waters of life. And you're stable and secure. Okay, the other two cards we haven't talked about, there's some instruction going on here too. This, tens are closing of a small chapter, and then the 3 of Stones, creativity. So, there are a lot of, even though the one card down here, the 6 of Stones, is, I don't want to say a negative card. It's more of an awareness card. You do have a lot of stable, secure foundation here. And, you know, with the vessels, you know, to me, that's stable emotional fulfillment moving forward. So, you know, enjoy this little break as you sit by this pool, and maybe, you know, it's a beautiful sunny day here where I'm at, and just enjoy the weather by this pool. You know, maybe, you know, put your feet in there, kick the water a little bit, watch the animals come up, and, you know, just be one with nature, be one with the spirit of, you know, fulfillment, emotional fulfillment. And, you know, take a time and an opportunity to look at, you know, where you're going spiritually as well as physically, you know, in your life. And, you know, just be thankful for what you have. So enjoy today's card, the Ace of Vessels, the Waters of Life, out of the Wildwood Tarot deck. Give me a thumbs up, share it with others, give me a like, and subscribe to the channel. And this is D for Spirit's Path. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care. God bless. Stay safe, everybody.